I recently finished reading the entire Skyland series by Kennedy Ryan, and I have to talk to you guys about it because I'm gonna need every single one of you to go read it right now, especially if you're a romance lover, because this series is just phenomenal. So of course we have to start talking about Before I Let Go. This one is a second chance romance where we follow Josiah and Jasmine, and at the start of the book they are divorced and now they're trying to adapt to their new normal now that they're co-parenting and they're no longer married. It has so many incredible conversations about mental health and therapy and how to care about the people that you love when they're struggling and how to tell people that you love that you're struggling. And this book was actually my first 5-star read of 2026, and I am so mad now that I had this book on my TBR for such a long time. I want to say I had it for like 2 or 3 years. It was such a phenomenal book and I cannot believe I waited this long to read it. And then we move on to This Could Be Us, and this is my favorite book from the entire trilogy. It is now one of my favorite romance novels ever, and in this book we follow the love story of Soledad and Duda, and Soledad has become one of my favorite female main characters, not only because she's Puerto Rican, and of course that definitely had a lot to do with it. I love to see all the Puerto Rican culture sprinkled into this book. At the beginning of the book she finds out that her husband had actually been stealing money from his company, and so he gets arrested and now her house is in jeopardy and she has to start reinventing herself and thinking, what is she gonna do now that she doesn't have the support from her husband? She has been a stay-at-home mom for years now, so she doesn't have her own income and everything, and so now she has to start to figure out where she's going to get the money that she needs to take care of her children and to pay the mortgage. And I love this book because even though of course we have our love story, we definitely focus a lot on self-love and self-discovery. Soledad has always been taking care of other people. She definitely put herself on the back burner, and now she's thinking, what do I want? How do I want to live my life? What do I want to do? And I had the best time following her on her self-discovery journey, and I love her so much. I want nothing but the best for her. And then finally, but most definitely not least, we have Can't Get Enough, and in this one we follow Hendrix and Maverick. And Hendrix is known as the rich auntie, so she doesn't have kids, she doesn't want kids, she is fully focused on her career and on her wants and needs in life. And unfortunately her mom has been diagnosed with Alzheimer's, so now her life has completely changed upside down and she is trying to take care of her mom. And so definitely we see a lot of difficult situations that she has to take on in this moment in her life. And then of course we have an amazing love story happening in this book as well. Like, Maverick was down bad for this girl. He was prepared to do anything that he had to do in order to catch her attention, and I was eating it up. Okay, I was so happy to see him just completely spoil her and completely just be there for her. They were such an amazing support for each other, and I love them so much. So that is the Skyland series. Again, if you haven't read it, go read it right now. I even ordered the physical copies of this book because I desperately need to have them physically and I need to display them on my bookshelves. I cannot wait to continue on reading more books from Kennedy Ryan. And also, if you're new here and you love to read and you love to talk about books, don't forget to follow because that's pretty much all that we do over here.